Let us get started, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to begin by making a distinction between two radically different contracts, the loan contract and the deposit contract. We will start with the loan contract. Almost everyone can identify a loan contract immediately. A loan contract involves handing over an item to another person for that person to use for a period of time and then return to us. We have entered into many loan contracts, as small children and even as adolescents and adults. Hey Dad, will you please lend me the car to go to the university? Or, will you lend me the car to go out this weekend? If the father or the mother has a moment of weakness and lends us the car, then we enter into a loan contract. The person who hands the thing over to us is called the lender, or commodant, and he or she loses the availability of use of the item for the time period agreed upon in the loan, for example, the weekend. The person who receives the item is called the borrower, or commodatory, for instance, the son or daughter who asks to borrow the car. For the duration of the loan, the lender loses the availability of the item, and the borrower gains that availability. I witnessed an example the other day as I was preparing the lesson. I always cite similar examples from daily life. Well, the other day, in the context of my own family, one of my daughters asked the other to lend her a skirt. Will you lend me this skirt for tonight? Oh, don't be tiresome, Sylvia. You know it's my best skirt. You won't take care of it, or you'll bring it back to me dirty, or with a burn, or a big stain. And a more or less tense negotiation takes place, in which, if one sister takes the skirt, she certainly acquires the availability of that garment for that night, or that outing, and the other sister loses it. Here is another example of a loan. A girl might ask her mum, "Mum, will you lend me these earrings, this necklace, or this ring to wear to a wedding?" And her mum answers, "Sure, I'll lend them to you, dear." She transfers the use of that piece of jewellery to her daughter, so she can wear it to that event, the party or the wedding in question. Clearly, the mother loses the availability. She cannot wear the same ring because her daughter has it, and the daughter gains the availability. At the end of the term, which might be the afternoon, the day, or the weekend, the daughter returns the piece of jewellery to her mother. Such a loan of a specific thing, the car for the weekend, the piece of jewellery for the party, or the skirt or garment, such a loan of a specific thing is also called a commodatum, a term which derives from Latin. And what is a commodatum? That is very simple. It is the loan of a specific item, for example, a car, so a friend of mine can take a trip, or a piece of jewellery, or a garment, etc. The book tells us the commodatum is free. Must it be that way, or... Not necessarily. Under Spanish law, it is presumed to be free unless otherwise agreed upon. Hey Dad, will you lend me the Mercedes to take a trip with a girl this weekend? It is assumed that I am lending it free of charge. So, is a car rental a commodatum with a price? If you go to a business, etc., a rental has a price, and you sign a contract, and you do so expressly. But if you ask a friend to lend you a specific thing, "Hey, will you lend me your morning coat for the party, or to be the best man at a wedding?" it is assumed, unless otherwise expressly agreed upon, that the loan is free.